Hello, and welcome back to my Lady Boss YouTube channel. So in my latest video that I had posted, it was all about all the hard but helpful life lessons that 2020 had taught us and just all the growth that we really had to endure. And so pretty much I kind of wanted to create a spin-off from that video and pretty much put it in perspective for you of how you can use that growth from this year and utilize it to be able to become a better version of yourself in 2021. So that is basically what I wanted to go ahead and get into today, but before you do get started, please feel free to give this video a thumbs up. Definitely don't forget to subscribe to my channel because, as always, I will always remind you to become the game changer in your own life, as I post weekly personal development videos every single Thursday about building confidence, knowing your self-worth, and just building a really balanced lifestyle. And also definitely don't forget to comment down below, as I love to connect with each and every one of you and just give you all of that genuine support as you have done back to my channel. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the couple tips that I have on how to become the better version of yourself in 2021. My very first tip on how to become a better version of you is that you know that self-love is stronger than your desire to be loved. And I cannot tell you, I preach this all the time on my channel. If you have followed me for a while, you definitely know this is something that I 110% stand by. But honestly, it is such a good reminder to know that self-love is something that is so important, and it's probably the #1 priority you should put at the top of your list. Because everybody does, at some point in time, they do deserve love. But the fact is that, you know that self-love is so much more important that you don't need to have anybody else love you or give you love back or certain situations to kind of validate that in order to love yourself first. Because at the end of the day, there's no amount of how many people love your YouTube channel, how many followers you have on Instagram, or how many comments and likes that you get. There's no relationship and there's no amount of money that can really fill that void, because there is no way where external validation will ever make you happy. And in order to really do that and become this better version of yourself and to be genuinely happy, you have to go ahead and build up your own self-love towards yourself. My tip number 2 on how to become a better version of you is that you need to go ahead and have self-awareness in order to build self-development. Because if you refuse an uncomfortable truth about yourself, you are just accepting an uncomfortable future. And that's something that, to be honest, you want to avoid at all possible costs, because you are the decision maker of your life. You are the one who are in charge of the choices that you make and the results that you get from them. And that is one thing where you have to go ahead and work on self-awareness, because if you know that you need to get your finances in order, if you need to go ahead and build better credit for yourself, or if you know that you get jealous in a relationship really easily, or that you're a complete procrastinator at another point in time, or that there's such a huge gap and you're missing something in that career that you really need to kind of figure out at this point. There's so many things that you need to go ahead and be self-aware about and just truly own everything that you do. Take ownership for your actions, take ownership for your choices, and that is how you're going to go ahead and build that huge growth that you will see in yourself. My tip number 3 on how to become a better version of you is that situations may break you down, but it'll fix your vision. And this is something that's so important to realize, and just to kind of put a really big twist and turn on just bad situations that'll happen, because it's truly inevitable that life will hit you with some curveballs. And the fact that if you can turn that around and you can say, okay, if this bad situation is happening to me, what is this actually teaching me instead of why is this happening to me? Because just know that your hardest times, the struggles, and just the hardships that you face will make you stronger and smarter, because it's all about what your focus is on. And if your focus is on how to go ahead and learn from these mistakes or learn from these hardships, that will determine who you become today and to prepare you for what is coming in the future. My last and final tip on how to become a better version of you is knowing that hate won't heal you. So any of those times where you are just frustrated at something or someone and you're constantly holding on to a lot of that anger, or you're holding grudges, or just trying to maybe get revenge if someone did you wrong, all of that sucks so much out of our mental health. And that's something that, I get it, it's really hard to not focus on those things that really made you angry or hurt you in general, but those are the things that we have to learn to let go. And to be honest, what's really truly important is You can go ahead and get angry for a second because we're all human beings, that's our natural nature. But in the end, know that it should not take any more of your mental health and mental space because it's not healthy for you and there's no way that you'll be able to move forward or progress. So it's honestly, at the end of the day, better that you don't have a response, because most of the time when you don't respond to something, that is the biggest and most forceful response that you can give anybody or to any situation. Alright you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and close out this video. I hope that you enjoyed all the tips and the advice that I shared throughout this video because, like I said, 2020 was such a year of growth and just pushing us to our boundaries. So I just want you to go ahead and utilize everything that you learned from this year and utilize it in 2021 to make a better version of you and just continue it on throughout the rest of the years of your life, because it is so important to constantly grow, to constantly learn about yourself, and to just always improve, because in life in general, there is just so many different facets, so many things you can learn about yourself, so many things you can learn from situations. It's just a whole journey in itself, and that's something where it's truly important. That's why I just wanted to shed some light on this topic, and I hope that you can definitely relate, and also to comment down below anything that you do to become a better version of you, or just things that you do to improve your life. I definitely love to hear them. So anyways, with that being said, I will see you all in my next week's video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.